Hello everyone, we are minutes away from an iconic moment. Heroes Charisma is back to rule the roads and with an absolute bang. I can feel the same energy and excitement that I felt on roadies when the bike was unveiled for all of us. We were so thrilled. It feels so surreal to be standing here awaiting the biggest, the craziest comeback ever, just moments away from us now. Right now, I'm actually at the Charisma XMR's launch pre-function area where everyone's assembled to witness the legacy of the Charisma unfold. There is so much buzz, so many eyes filled with anticipation watching the feats that Charisma has achieved. The world tour record by covering 47,000 kilometers across 5 continents. The 24 hours non-stop endurance record. And who can forget those Hrithik Roshan commercials, which were like scenes straight from an action movie. I kid you not, guys, the energy of this place feels completely off the charts. I wish you guys could just feel the vibe here. And there are so many motorcycle enthusiasts here. Let's catch them and get a hold of what they have to say. Let me just get a few people. Sachin, please come here. This is Sachin. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling just
good.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I'm really excited.
Okay.
I'm super excited. If teasers are to be believed, then this bike will once again be the Tufan it was back then. The first twist of the throttle will tell you the tale. Can't wait, man.
Awesome, man. I'm also excited. Thank you so much. I can't wait either. And great catching up with you. I'm going to call another person. Let me see. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Kalyani, please come here. How are you doing today? Good to see you.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, Kalyani, I want to do some number crunching with you.
Okay.
What do you think will be the BHP of the new Charisma XMR? Kya lag raha hai?
It is the Charisma, so it should be 22 to 23 bhp.
223.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to basically get in queue because we're all waiting to know what the power of this beast is. But thank you so much. Why don't you go inside and grab your seat, yeah? Okay? Let me see if there's somebody else. I'm loving this energy, man. It's pulsating. It totally has the vibe of something exciting coming. Kiran is here. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fine today.
All right, let me tell you. This is going to be amazing, but you think we're in for a surprise?
Oh, I'm sure about that. I was following their page closely and I have a big feeling that there is some kick-ass tech integration coming up in the headlamps.
I know what you're talking about. Thank you so much. I think she knows. She's been following and it sure looks amazing. And I'm going to catch somebody else. Nitish, there you are. Kya haal hai? How's it going?
Fantastic.
Excited?
Super excited.
All right, I have a question for you, Nitish. What do you think will be the best part of this bike?
So I think, superior handling should be the main part of this motorcycle because with great power, handling is must.
Very important.
And I'm expecting it to have the Dhasu and amazing handling in the segment is what I feel. That's my name.
Thank you so much. As you can see, everybody's excited. Thank you. Go grab a seat inside. The bar just keeps raising here, man. Charisma is a sure shot game changer. It was one then, and I can clearly see it becoming one now. Stay tuned in to catch the reveal of this legend. I'm sure you don't want to miss this one. See you guys. Back in the day in 2003, when I got my charisma, I used to ride in Pune, and the other guy that used to ride with me was Rohit. How are you doing, bro?
All well, Ari. Always a good time, talking to you. And since you mentioned 2003, yeah, I mean that was like the golden period, right? Because that is where we suddenly saw great machines coming out, and the Charisma was one of those. And
I actually went for roadies, and Tony was from Pune, and both of us got a charismas. And then he said that I know a guy who has a club of bikers, and he has a charisma also. And we started, we were riding together in the nights. I remember golden days. What do you think? 20 years later, what is the legend of charisma according to you?
well, I think it is a legend in its own right, because it was a do-it-all motorcycle. And I'm in the business of reviewing bikes, and in these 20 years, I've still not come across a motorcycle that feels like that perfect all-rounder. Price, performance, smoothness, looks, it had everything.
I think for me, it had all of those after you achieved the bike, but the impact when you saw the bike for the first time, I saw it in a showroom. Like, I was like, oh my God, what is that? It was like the first super bike, and all us bikers at that time, we didn't have anything that powerful. And it came and it was just crazy. And then Hrithik Roshan's ads, we all felt pretty cool.
Absolutely. I mean, the entire ecosystem that it created, for bikers, it was just perfect because it had all the elements that you wished for in a motorcycle growing up. And here it was, available at a price where we could afford it.
In a way, at that time, it was the only option. But now, what's happened is like 20 years later, we are all fans of the bike and everything. It's coming back. What do you feel? What is the impact going to be now?
I think it still has a brilliant platform on which it is building itself, right? So the whole Charisma name, that tag, it's very important. So I really hope it lives up to all the attributes that the original had. And I'm really excited for that product because from whatever I'm hearing and seeing, I think it is going to deliver on all those promises again.
On the show, I was the only one who was riding the yellow Charisma. By the end of it, it became so popular that we had to wait extra to get the yellow. What do you think? Do you think they're going to come back with the yellow and it's going to be as popular?
Well, interesting fact, even I had the yellow bike and all those videos that are going around are of that motorcycle. So I hope the yellow comes back because I think that was an iconic color for that iconic bike. So I hope the yellow also makes a comeback.
Because you're doing so many bike related things, reviews and all, for a Charisma, which is Charisma XMR, minimum kya cheeze honi chahiye? What should be there? Prerequisites in today's day and age that this should be there. I'm expecting this. What are you expecting of the XMR? Of course, I have a feeling that when we see it, we have nostalgia and we would love it instantly. But for a young guy who wasn't even born in 2003, who's now 18 or something,
correct,
what is that person, that young rider looking at? What should this bike have?
See, like I said, back in the day, this was the do-it-all motorcycle. So I expect the new XMR to also be the do-it-all motorcycle. It should be able to go sport touring. It should be able to go stunt, be nice and comfortable. If it gets all these three things right, I think it will just nail it.
So you had the Charisma back in 2003. What are the plans for this one? Are you going to get one?
Well, if it delivers on all the promises of the original, I would certainly want one in my garage. Why not?
So, I have a feeling because I know a little bit more than him. He's going to get the Charisma XMR. I'm going to have one. And maybe we can recreate those days. 20 years ago, we used to ride together. Get one for Tony also. and then all of us can ride again.
Yeah, why not? I think that would be amazing. That would make for some good content as well. I think we should definitely do that.
Good to catch up with you, and like always, ride safe, man.
You do. Ride safe. Take care.
Awesome.
Bye bye.
We have Preetham from Car and Bike. Thank you for being here. How excited are you and the group about the new Charisma XMR?
Very excited. Of course, it's an iconic motorcycle, so expectations are sky high. Hope Hero won't disappoint us.
How old were you in 2003?
I was pretty old, 27 actually.
You were 27. So when the Charisma came out in 2003, what was your reaction? Did you get your hands on it? किसी दोस्त के पास थी? Call किसी के
Of course, yeah. I rode it in 2003 when the Charisma first came out, and it was big for the time. It was quite a big, substantial amount of bike. I used to ride an Enfield, and it was as big as an Enfield. Of course, the engine was smooth, torquey, and it met all the requirements. Handled well, a torquey engine, comfortable to sit on. So everything covered all the bases.
Now, in this segment, at that time, right, my whole life changed when I saw the Charisma. I was like, I got to get this bike. And the show was there, and if you win the show, you get the bike. There were no other options because this was the first kind of super bike for us. Now, what does the Charisma XMR has to deliver to be that iconic beast like it was, 20 years ago? Abhi kya kya chahiye usme?
It has to have refinement. It has to have sporty performance. It has to have comfortable ergonomics. It has to have handling, good handling. And because in this 20 years, the game has changed so much. So it has to, being an iconic brand like the Charisma, it has to set new benchmarks. So expectations are sky high, like you said.
That's exactly right. When the Charisma came, it, actually made the benchmark. It always, raised the bar. And now, I think when it comes back, you will see that it's going to do the same because the legend, we're standing in front of, live the legend. Charisma is legendary, and today's reveal is going to be unbelievable. I'm very excited for you. Now go, grab a good seat.
Thank you. Thank you.
moment we've been waiting for, the launch of the legend. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start the show. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the man behind the legend's heroic comeback, Chief Executive Officer of Hero MotoCorp, Mr. Niranjan Gupta.
Wow. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to all of you present here. And my greetings and namaskar to all those joining us today from different parts of the world via the live stream. I would like to start by congratulating the ISRO and all Indians on Chandrayaan-3 landing, a feat which only 3 countries have achieved in the past and only the first one to go south. What a proud moment for all of us. May I request all of us to give a standing ovation to the entire team of Chandrayaan-3 who's been involved in this spectacular achievement. This is for you, ISRO guys, and this is for all the Indians. Thank you, thanks a lot. This year, 2023, belongs to India in more ways than one. I talked about the Chandrayaan feat, Oscar awards we had, the athletic glory which we witnessed just 2 days ago. And there are many more. I can go on and on and on. All these truly heroic achievements indeed. Clearly, India is changing gears rapidly. And so are we at Hero. Today is the third premium model being launched by us in a space of just 3 months. And there'll be more to come in the coming months. Our teams are ready, they are raring to go. They want more. Today's launch, it marks the return of a legend. The Karizma brand is a rare gem, a cherished classic that radiates elegance and evokes nostalgia. Its appeal is timeless and universal, with many devoted followers who fondly recall the moments when they rode this iconic brand and became part of its legacy. The Karizma transformed the Indian customer market at the time of its original launch, becoming a style icon with its bold design and powerful performance. Its irresistible charm captivated many hearts. We stand today at an inflection point in history. The future is already upon us. As a company, we thrive on change, our greatest strength. And we are aware that one of the changes that face us today is a new avatar of the customer. Aspirational, bold, badge-conscious, customer who dreams just like the India and making dreams a reality. Hungry for luxury, for great design and perfection. It is for this generation that we have built the new Karizma XMR. Its rebirth brings together the legacy of the past with the technology of the future, backed by our engineering excellence and design aesthetics and the spirit of creativity and collaboration that infuses our DNA, through which we always strive to inspire as Hero. There are 3 C's that we always keep at the heart of our product development: customer, customer, and customer. Voice of customer for us is the voice of God. We ask some of our customers and general public to understand what they would like to see in the new Karizma, to understand what the new generation expects from the Karizma. Let's now hear from them.
It was actually one of the most stylish bikes I've ever seen. Fancy and it's a killer look. Karizma ऐसे yellow ही याद दिलाता है.
It looked very legendary. When it was launched, that time it was revolutionary.
One of our neighbors had it. It had a very sporty look.
Hrithik Roshan used to come in that ad. I used to have a huge crush on him.
वो legendary advertisement थी ना वो cap वाली.
Super looking, cool bike.
I guess the design was much ahead of time.
Quite charismatic in its own way.
Very beautiful bike.
OG sporty bike.
Very cool
and powerful.
Dream bike हुआ करता था.
220 segment, it was the king.
अगर बाइक अगर रोड से आती तो ऑलमोस्ट सारे देखते थे उसको.
Favorite dream bikes and I just wanted to own one.
If I have to use one word for charisma,
बाप गाड़ी है.
just a thunder.
Bike's kick. It used to be very good.
The power punch, the initial punch, the torque, completely fantastic.
First bike which had a sort of a super bike feel to it. अंदर से एक ऐसे excitement तो आई है.
I'm absolutely excited about the new bike that's coming in.
I want that bike to launch again.
I'm really keen to put my hands on it.
100% I'll buy that bike.
It should be flashy also. People should look when I go.
I would like to see more practicality and style, not boring to drive.
It should be something like it's flying.
Look तो sexy चाहिए ही चाहिए वरना बंदा खरीदेगा ही नहीं.
As a bike rider, I would see speed.
I would expect it to be a good, powerful engine. Funky kind of style.
I think it should be a beast.
जब जाए तो ऐसा लगे कि कोई निकला है कुछ zup कर गया है.
Gear shifting काफी smooth होनी चाहिए. Dual channel ABS for sure.
6 gears मिल जाए बहुत अच्छी बात है.
A bright, catchy colors would do good.
Digital speedometer चल रहा है तो वो तो obviously चाहिए ही.
If there's smartphone connectivity,
I do long distance riding, so I think comfort is very important.
They should have a USB charger.
और उसकी liquid cooling capability.
I would like that in my bike.
Once you have that, I think the bike is a acer.
I just want the bike to look sick.
When people see that, they're like, I want to get the bike.
Well, the next gen has spoken. Our customers have spoken. You heard the words. We want sexy bike. The bike which is king. The bike which is zazzy. The bike which is racy. The bike which is powerful. And you will see whether we've got that or not. Karizma was a superb combination, as you heard, of power, style, speed, and tech. It is, and it was, above everyone, everything then. And I can promise you, it's going to be above everything now. The Karizma is about to take you on an adventure which is going to be beyond your wildest dreams. It's not just a bike. It's your ticket to explore uncharted territories of speed and style. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we all have been waiting for has arrived. It gives me immense pleasure to invite you now to witness the return of a legend and ride into the future, carrying its legacy of impeccable craftsmanship, elegance, and freedom. I invite you to celebrate with me the pioneering spirit of style and adventure that the Karizma always did and will always embody. I invite you to witness the launch of new Charisma XMR. And as you do once again fall in love, truly, madly, deeply. Any guesses, guys? Who do we have here? We have Karizma. So your guess was wrong. Karizma is the icon, the legend. But we've got two legends for you. The legend on top of the legend. I think they would like a pose on the bike. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. It is so good to see both of you here. Sir, congratulations. My God. So good to see you guys. Wow. Zordar taali ho jaye ek bari. I recollect, Niranjan, the Karizma was way ahead of its time when it was launched back in 2003. I felt like the bike was from the future. And I actually remember participating in roadies just to win the Karizma. And if you remember 20 years ago, you actually gave away my Karizma to me. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Our journeys began with the Karizma.
Oh my God. And that turned my whole life around. I want to ask you, Niranjan, what inspired your team to create such a beast of a bike 20 years ago?
Ranvijay, as you know, Hero has always been about disruption. It's in our DNA. In '99, when we launched the first performance bike in India, and then in 2003, as you recall, we launched the Karizma, which was a very audacious move at that time. We wanted to give young riders of India a chance to experience powerful bikes. And as they say, fortune favors the bold. And this launch immediately redefined the entire motorcycling industry in India, Ranvijay.
You're right. It surely did. And I'm certain it was a no-brainer for the brand to have Hrithik Roshan as a brand ambassador.
Absolutely. Getting the nation's heartthrob, Hrithik, to be the face of the bike that's going to set the heartbeats racing was indeed a no-brainer. If this bike were a movie star,
Okay.
it would be the Hrithik Roshan of motorcycles.
Okay, you're right. I can see
Sleek,
that.
Sleek, stylish, and ready to steal the spotlight. Just like Hrithik's dance moves leave us in awe.
Yeah.
I'm not going to copy any of those. The Karizma's performance will leave you wondering if there's a secret jet engine somewhere below its hood. And just like Karizma, Hrithik's appeal transcends across generations. And I'm going to let out a secret. Yesterday evening, and I was having this conversation with my daughter and realized that my daughter, my wife, my mother, all three are big fans of Hrithik.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
And as you know, Hrithik needs no introduction. He embodies the spirit of Karizma, challenging the status quo, being unstoppable, and a true youth icon.
Wow.
And hence, it was a no-brainer.
Wow.
Niranjan, you are being too kind. Please give your family my love. I am dying to meet all of them.
Thank you.
First of all, being compared with the Karizma is a compliment like no other. It is a matter of great pride, great honor, and great privilege to be a part of the Hero family and the Karizma community. It is truly the love for the bike and the community that has drawn me here. I could spend days recounting the memories, the rides, the adventures, but most of all, the brotherhood. It has indeed been a surreal experience for me, this entire journey. So thank you. I cannot be happier being here. Thank you.
So, back in the day, we used to watch everything that you did, especially in these ads. And I have to ask you, Hrithik, what is the story behind that cap lift? Did any of you have an idea of how iconic and how big it's going to be? What a big hit that was. What was, kaise hua?
Ranvijay, honestly, no idea. I really don't know what created that and what went into that. I think Niranjan, you may have the inside story on this, so please.
This is how a classic corporate works. So you ask the question to one, the question to another, question to another. But let me attempt an answer. The cap lift, it took the nation entirely by storm, literally by storm, at that point in time. It was a very innovative, very unique move. And Hrithik, you brought such style and magic to the first Charisma ad. I don't need to tell you, Hrithik, that as a nation, we lost our hearts the moment that cap was lifted. And those, as they call, hazel green color eyes gazed at the camera.
Just
That's
like
what
that.
they described, just like that.
Oh my God.
So we have to see you do the legendary cap move for all of us for once again, please. Hrithik.
Hey! Oh my God, Hrithik, do you hear that? You feel the love? It's amazing. So many of us tried that, but that style, that attitude, it was amazing. Now I have one question for you. How come you never associated with any other motorcycle brand all through these years?
Because Ranvijay, I tried, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. Because once you've ridden the legend, nothing else matches up. And I knew that the legend will make a comeback. So I decided to wait. And now, seeing the XMR in front of me, it's like hitting the reset button on a grand adventure. So, game on, my friend. Game on.
Wow. So you knew all along? That's quite an insight. Niranjan, what is the core inspiration behind bringing Charisma back in its all-new, amazing avatar?
So Ranvijay, as you know, all Indians fell in love with the Charisma. And you heard from Hrithik as well, and your memories of the roadies. It was amazing to see the overwhelming response, the love we received across the country. From Jet Set Go to Always Game to above all, the heartbeat was its riders. Yeah, the Charisma's heartbeat. So we had to rekindle that flame for the next generation of riders. It is, I dare say, a powerful sequel to the movie launched in 2003. And all of us know how well sequels are doing these days.
Of course.
Also, I just want to add that every biker's dream was Charisma. And it's back. And it's lit. But don't take my word for it, guys. The power, the presence, feel it. Feel the adrenaline rush firsthand.
Wow. And you rode it also. I mean, that's crazy.
Now, I think you guys have been asking me a lot of questions.
Okay.
And all your questions also you're passing to me.
ठीक है.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Do you think this carries the legacy of original Charisma?
Undoubtedly. Niranjan, undoubtedly. It not only lives up to the legacy, but pushes it even further. And the iconic Charisma yellow, my favorite, is going to rule the roads again and again. We all heard the consumers asking for its return.
Yes!
So, here it is.
Yes. I got this. It doesn't even seem like, those 20 years just flew by, and this is getting so many memories back. This, guys, thank you so much, was truly a charismatic conversation. But now, for some more fan love, Hrithik and Niranjan, as you guys know, we ran 2 contests on social media where Charisma fans were requested to share their personal legends of Charisma. And the second was where the fans were asked to recreate Hrithik's and Charisma's iconic cap lift moment. I have to tell you guys, as you would expect, we had thousands of entries for both the contests, and we have actually flown in the top winners to join us and experience this iconic launch. May I now request the lucky 7 winners to be announced and for Hrithik to hand over their prizes, please. Requesting the winners to come up on stage for a once-in-a-lifetime photo opportunity with Karizma Ka Roshan. Guys, put your hands together and let's start congratulating our winners. The first winner, Abhay, please, up on stage. Abhay. Congratulations. Oh, this is priceless. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Next, Devjeet Saha. Congratulations, Devjeet. Wow. This is amazing. This. Take this. Thank you and congratulations, Devjeet. Please welcome Faris Faraz. Bhagge, bhagge, bhagge. Yes. Congratulations. Well done. What a moment here, guys. Zordar taaliyan. Up next, Gaurav L. Ghorpade. Well done. Congratulations. These are amazing memories.
Keep clapping, guys.
Getting a photograph with 3 legends. Niranjan sir, the Karizma XMR, and of course, Hrithik Roshan. All right, 3 more to go. Let's see who's getting lucky. Next is Rohit Basotia. Zordar taaliyan. Congratulations. Congratulations. In the center.
You are even taller than Hrithik.
Next, Shabib UK. Congratulations, brother. Shabib, yeah. Look at that smile, guys. Look at that smile. Amazing Karizma XMR merchandise. And last but not the least, Shanmuga B. Congratulations. Oh, look at this swag, the Karizma swag.
You remind me of Pushpa. Yeah. Well done.
Wow, that was amazing. What a moment for all these guys. Congratulations once again to all the winners. And thank you so much, Hrithik, for joining us and making this whole day so special and also a dream come reality for all the winners. Congratulations. I'm sure this moment and experience is etched in the hearts of all our winners forever. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our brand ambassador, Hrithik Roshan. Niranjan, may I please request you to escort Hrithik. Sir, congratulations to both of you. Now, before the next exciting section, can we have the AV, please?
I'm back. So what are we expecting now? What you saw was the entire product package that the Charisma offers. I now request Ranjivjit Singh, our Chief Business Officer, India Business Unit, to join me on stage. Where are you, Ranjivjit?
Wonderful launch.
May I also request Geetika Bisla, Head of Marketing, India Business Unit, to join us on the stage. Geetika, don't keep us waiting.
Thank you.
So Ranjivjit, Geetika, what's next? We have had a fabulous launch. We've had Ritik here. We've got some moments, chat, Frank. Now what's next?
Firstly, thank you, Niranjan. What a fabulous launch this has been, hasn't it? Wonderful. Woo, woo. I'm super excited to be here today and be part of this legendary launch. And I can see everyone is so excited. All the comments coming on social media, on the live streaming, amazing, fabulous. And everyone is excited, just like us. So Niranjan, how can I not be sitting on this? It's so tempting. This is Charisma XMR. I mean, this will redefine the sports segment. And let me just say it, the obvious. It is the most powerful mean machine in its class. It's got the highest power and torque. It's powered by Hero's first DO8C liquid-cooled 210cc 4V engine, 6-speed transmission, slip and assist clutch, dual-channel ABS. And you know what, Niranjan? Our customers are always looking for what's the latest, what's the most advanced technology. And Charisma XMR brings just that. First in segment, adjustable windshield, turn-by-turn navigation, intelligent illumination headlamps, and the styling. Wow, breathtaking, completely breathtaking. It's always a big highlight, ushering the new while carrying forward the legacy. Now, it's going to be available in 3 colors. The iconic yellow, turbo red, and matte phantom black. Isn't that exciting? So I'm sure what's in everyone's mind now is, what is the price? Niranjan, we can't wait. Tell us.
So right, Ranjivjit, as you were talking about the features, I was adding 15,000, 20,000 for every feature. So some of those who are engineers here can add up the price, what it would be. But let me ask, Geetika, since we've always talked about Charisma today as customer's voice, by the customer, for the customer, market, what's the market expectation on the price?
Well, Niranjan, thank you firstly. This has been an incredible day, an incredible launch for us. And this all-new Charisma is truly packing in a punch. So I hope all of you are ready for it. We asked India, how far were they ready to go to own this legend? We were blown away by the overwhelming response we were receiving from all over India. Let's take a look.
Wow. It's amazing.
Truly. Our polls on social media also requested people to put a price tag on this powerful machine. What did we get? Wow. Where are we at? A little over 2 lakhs. That's an overwhelming positive response. Even auto experts in India were pegging our Charisma anywhere between 2 to 2.1 lakhs. Wow. So Ranjivjit, what do you reckon?
Geetika, your guess is as good as mine. Niranjan's been keeping this so close to his chest, we got to ask him. So Niranjan, we can't wait for you to unveil the price finally now.
Okay, all right. Since it's our goal to put as many Charismas in the hands of our customers, so Ranjivjit and Geetika, let me end the suspense. And here is my price.
192,900. That surely beats the expectations, and I can hear the reaction in the room, and I'm sure even online. But you know what, Niranjan? I think we can make this even more tempting, even more irresistible for all our fans to ride this legend all over India. So, can you think about something else?
I can tell you, the sales and marketing guys would never be satisfied. We just had a price. They want me to change the price. You know, there's a process to be followed in corporate. But okay, let me put another number. Let's have the other number, please.
182,900. It's fabulous. It's really, really fabulous. I mean, for this, it's beautiful. But Niranjan, again,
what?
I think, yeah, you can hear
Can
them.
I jump in? Can I jump in? Can I get a bit greedy? You know,
Okay.
I really want to ask for more. I really, really want Charisma to roll the roads of India. Niranjan, you got
So
to.
what Geetika is saying is, Niranjan, can we have an introductory price?
Do you have other words in your vocab as well, which are going to come after this? Yeah, on that. Well, greed is always great when it is for our customers. We've talked about that. But everything comes at a price. So Ranjeev Jeet and my friend Geetika, with the introductory price, your targets are going to get doubled. Do we have a deal?
Yes,
Always.
absolutely.
All right, let's roll the ticker, guys, and get the final introductory price for this new Charisma XMR, which is...
And that it is. 1,72,900. Thank you, Niranjan. Awesome. Really, thank you. I'm sure India will be delighted with this. And with this, I want to thank you all so much for joining us from across the world. Remember to visit our website, heromotorcorp.com, and call the Charisma hotline to book your dream machine today. 2:10 p.m. today is when the bookings start. This has been such an incredible afternoon for us at Hero. What an iconic launch with some really phenomenal legends. So until the next one, live the legend, ride the legend. Let's take it away.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What an amazing price point to start with. Okay, guys, we've had an amazing launch. Now we will brief the batch number 1 of media test rides